I don't know. I don't know if you know. Let me tell you something about my school. Okay, school that I went to, there was prize giving day. Okay, at the end of the semester, and it's sort of the exact same thing to when you claim the title at the end of the season. And right now, these financial dopers, these guys been on financial steroids. I don't want to play no more, Man City. I don't want to play anymore. It's not fair, man. You ever had like so one of the prize giving days I had, right? The person that claimed the prize in that particular subject was 1% ahead of me. Their average grade was just 1% ahead of me. And I looked at that. Everybody's got to sit down at the end of the semester. Everybody sits down and claps at them when they go claim that prize on the stage. Man, I don't feel like playing anymore. I'm vexed, man. You know what? Luckily, I have a friend who's gonna calm me down for a second and say, you know what? All the way from the Man United agenda, I'd love to welcome the man Solo himself.
Salute.
Yo, I don't know.
The
Brother,
rant, the rant. Will we get the title back though? That's the big questions, the big ifs and the big buts and everything. Listen,
would you?
you know
Would
what? Yeah,
you grade? Would you want the title?
I don't know. I don't think I would because the way I look at it is, as much as the financial fair play have helped City with quite a lot on going on winning the titles. Again, did Manchester United earn the titles? Did we earn the title? But listen, if we did get the title, I wouldn't be complaining though, because that means Fred would get a
Second,
title. Fred would get a title.
Fred.
Fred will get a title. Listen, Fred will win something, won't he? Fred will get a title. Not one, but he'll get two. He'll get two of those.
That's true. Bruno would
Lingard,
have won the title.
Lingard as well. Lingard would get it as well. Lingard would get it as well. So listen,
Only
anything
these
to
an
make.
apology.
And you know what? Rather than 20, it'll be 22.
I mean,
Can we be fussy? Just give us the title back, City, man. They don't belong to you.
seriously, Solo, tell me, you live in the UK, brother. Would you go to the parade if there's this like because these are dirty trophies. They can't stay in the cabinet
Yeah.
at the Etihad. They gotta find a new home.
Nah, they've been soiled, man. Keep them at the Etihad. They've been soiled. But you remember, one, there's no history. That's number one. No history. The
Yes.
way they won the title, corruption spilled all over it as well. Because how can you have your manager, but you're not paying your manager off the book of Man City? You're paying the manager through something else, and that's through Pellegrini. That's what they were doing. It wasn't coming through the books of Man City.
Brother, Pellegrini under the table.
Yeah.
When you look at the charges, when you look at the list of charges, you have to
100
know
and something charges.
it doesn't take a rocket scientist to say something is cooking over here,
Yeah. And
So
as I call it 100 and plus out. That's what I call it. 100 and plus out. City relegated. It's happened to if you look back now and say the charges for Juventus, they didn't have over 100 and odd charges against them, but it's stuck. But the problem is when it comes to money and state-owned clubs, this is the issue you're going to have because how can the airway sponsor Man City and Man City, the people who own Man City, is a lot bigger than the airway, but yet they can afford to do that. It's still corruption all over. Everywhere you look at it, it's corruption.
My mama say if it smells like a fish, it's probably a
And a
fish.
fish. Yeah, there you go. Exactly.
You
And to
know,
me, it is a
right?
fish, and it smells like a fish.
Right, right, exactly, exactly. Big up to Jerome. Big up to Isaac in the
Big
house.
up,
Big
big
up to
up.
you. Thank you for tuning in. Let's bring it back to Manchester United because we want to obviously preview this game versus Leeds United. And
Yep.
yeah, we're playing them tomorrow. And by the way, the show is the Football Power Hour. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're not subscribed. Let me ask before talking about Leeds, was that a red card for you? Would you have appealed
You
Casemiro?
know, again, and I think Ten Hag's been very clever here. Now, City lost. Well, Arsenal obviously lost. And, Chelsea drew middle of the week as well. The issue I have with it, it's almost like there's so much things. And just because I'm a Man United fan and everyone will say I've got my tinted glasses on, you can actually see it. There's issues out there where it's like, let's get Casemiro sent off. Everything, let's get Casemiro sent off. For me, was it a sending off? No, because that's grapple of the shoulders. That wasn't around the neck at all. If anything, it was Ayew should have been sent off for what he did to Fred. And that was more of a sort of, violent conduct. But Ayew, there's nothing going to
That is
happen.
violent conduct and black on black violence.
So it's going to be one of those ones where Ten Hag's been very, very smart with it, not appealing it. You know what? No disrespect to Leeds United or Leicester City. That's the next 3 games. He does need a rest anyway. So take him out the fine line, give him a bit of break, and then get him back for the Barcelona game. That would be my suggestion, because at the moment, when you look at Manchester United, who expect us, our own fan base, none of us from our fan base expect us to be where we are. So we've got to be grateful. We've got to be happy where we are. We sort of reach that sort of pinnacle where we're not saying we're challenging for the league, but if we could pit Man City and finish in that second place, I honestly don't want Arsenal to win the league, though. That's my problem. I'd rather City win the league than Arsenal.
But if it's Liverpool had the COVID Cup, the COVID title, nobody wanted to touch
Yeah.
that title. It was the COVID time, and
Yeah.
now Arsenal take it in the year in the investigation. It's not like a
Yeah.
clear. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not clear cut, and you're right. What you're saying, it's not really and truly clear cut one, because if you look at it and like again saying Liverpool won it through the COVID pandemic, then you got the Man City the investigation that's going on for Man City. It's going to be a case now of basically 2 teams won the league, but in different circumstances. Not a legitimate season, I'd call it.
Fraudulent season, it sounds like. Anyway, let's say big up to you, true City fan in the house. Big up to
Big
you,
up,
home.
big up, big up.
And Jerome has a question that I'll just shift over to you because you're closer to the news geographically. You
We'll try.
so is it true Arteta testified against Man City, or these are just rumors?
I don't think it would have been Arteta. I think it would have been Arsenal Football Club would have done that due to financial fair play, because I think him and Arteta would go way back. They're sort of from Barcelona. I don't think Arteta would go in. It's just like when you look at Newcastle United, the takeover of Newcastle and Manchester City, the owners of Man City didn't contest Newcastle getting taken over at all, where you look at all the other Premier League managers, like club did. A couple, not every single club did. I think out of the whole, there's about 6 clubs who didn't contest Man City taking over. Everyone did. Don't get me wrong, Man United was one of those clubs, because the Glazers didn't want Man United to be, for Newcastle to come in and basically overpower us. But no, I don't think Arteta had anything to do with it, to be fair.
All right. Thank you for clearing up. Big up, my brothers. Big up. Leave the City investigation, lads. we will.
True City fan, unfortunately, love you, bro. But you know what? It's got to come up. But as I said, I'm not I'm not one of those fans who's going to go out there and say, strip them of the title or anything like that. At the end of the day, Man United was short, so we didn't. I don't think we deserved to even get the titles. But it's not down to me to get the titles. It's down to what the FA does. If the FA want to give the title to United, so be it. Will I celebrate the titles? I won't celebrate it, but I'll just rub it in Liverpool fans' faces. That's all I'll do.
Right. I mean, I'm with you there, and I feel like even though the reckless side of me is like, rename the Etihad to New Trafford. Anyway, let's talk Leeds. So Jesse Marsh has been fired.
Yes.
We've all heard of the new manager bounce, and so right now Chris Armas is I guess the one who's going to be controlling things. Do you think he will surprise Ten Hag, or are you?
When you look at, I don't know, because I know we're talking about managers bounce and things like that, but when you look at it now, Ten Hag probably been prepping United since we played Crystal Palace the last game, so he'll be in that motion, going through it, trying to prep the players. But obviously, with the news of Jesse Marsh finishing at Leeds United, I think Man United just got to go out and set up the game, how we play our football, and don't worry about the new manager, to be honest with you. We just got to know how to break the team. We're at home, so surely we should be able to break Leeds United down rather than worrying about a new manager bounce. I do understand it, but when people are talking, when you look at Arsenal the other day with the new manager bounce, when I was having a conversation with you on the Saturday and said to you, what did I say to you? I don't think Arsenal would have won that game. I don't think they would have won it. And it wasn't down to a manager bounce. It was all for the fact is the manager that they went up against, Sean Dyche, when you look at the record, was 2 wins, 3 draws.
And 3 draws.
Yes. And the problem is when you look at it, a manager, he struggled against Sean Dyche. So for me, I looked at it and I engaged it. And I said, I don't think Arsenal's going to win it, especially when they played away from home as well. And the thing is, as bad as Everton was or are, Everton are very good at home. They're very bad, poor travellers away from home. Manchester United playing Leeds United now. I'm not saying it's God forgiven and we're going to sit there and we're going to pepper them and absolutely batter them left, right, centre. But what I'm saying is we should have a setup, a system, a style, and it's a system that will beat Leeds United. So for me, we should go into this game confident enough, knowing we're playing at Old Trafford, confident enough to know that we can get all 3 points, no matter what team, if Casemiro is there or not. We've got the team to beat Leeds United.
I love the positive, energy that I also feel like it's probably trickling down from Ten Hag, because when you look at it, Solo, we are in an injury crisis.
Yes, it is a crisis. It is an injury crisis, but as I said, for me, where we are right now, if you sat there to me after the first 2 games and said, listen, in January or February, you're going to be in the top 4, or should I say the top 3 in the Premier League, would you take it? I'll sit down. Are you crazy? Are you mad? Hell, of course I'll take it. We're there now. Why not keep going? The issue is right now, the way the team's playing and the way how Ten Hag's managing the team, the club, and everything around him is, you've got to look at it. You got to have the feeling to sit there and say anything this guy's put his hand on become like gold. Anything he touches has become gold. And the performance of players who people vindicated last season, like Rashford, Martial, as much as Martial's injured and he's got injury things going on at the moment, Wan-Bissaka, Luke Shaw, all of these players, Bruno Fernandes, all these players, look at them now. They're different class. They're different players now. The way they're performing, whatever Ten Hag's done to them, he's got them into the system, the style and things like that. And now that Garnacho coming on, youngster, absolutely right now, tearing it up. I know the Anthony bits and pieces with Anthony at the moment. He's out injured at the moment. But even with Anthony, we got to give Anthony time. And my boy Fred, what can I say? That's it. Scoring goals, contributing, last man standing. You know what I mean? You need to get Fred in like a Royal Rumble, mate. He'll win the Royal Rumble all day long, mate. He'll just throw everyone over the top rope and stuff like that, mate. Trust me. Can't play with Fred, man. The smallest person in the team, but don't take it.
I actually have a lot of confidence on Fred when you're saying that because usually has good games against Leeds,
Mm.
and yeah, he's one of those people that can just turn up, and I feel like he's already gotten a little bit of a rhythm, even though it hasn't been like standout performances,
Yeah.
but he's kind of one of those players that need a rhythm to eventually get the best out of him. Let me go up to the comments real quick and just say the show is the Football Power Hour. This is the Man United Leeds preview with the man Solo. Let's see who the what True City fan says. I love Jesse, man. He was good, but Leeds need a manager who is good. Poch, maybe to lead would be
You
good.
know, with this one here, with Jesse March here, Jesse March is a good manager, but he's not a Premier League manager. He's not
Yeah.
a Premier League manager. So the thing with it is, in other leagues beside the Premier League, like you could look at the French league, you could look at the soccer league, you could probably look at, I don't know, championship might be even too hard and difficult for him as well, because that is probably, for me, the Premier League is the best league in the world, but the championship is probably the hardest league in the world when it comes to playing football. But at the same time, for me, he's not a Premier League manager.
Hmm. Damn. Maybe we'll revisit this clip.
We
Couple of
can,
years
we can.
from now, things could change. You never know. Sometimes I feel like it's one of those things where it's got to be a right match, and also the timing has to be right. But you never
It's like
know.
Marmite, isn't it? You either love Marmite or hate it.
Right, right, right. Hold on. To be honest, Les, do you think the teams will park the bus like Everton and Newcastle to trouble Arsenal? Because to be honest, Arsenal didn't get much of the first half, much of that
Mm.
in the first half.
It's again the same thing. This I'm going to sit there and say the same thing for you. Man United are home. Leeds United do not
Yeah.
play in low blocks. Leeds United try to get you on the counter, so they don't play low blocks at all. Everton with Sean Dyche, he will set up two blocks, and that's exactly how he beat Arsenal and on the counter attack. But we know with a team like Everton, if you look at the heights of the team, they've got a lot of players there with a lot of height, and it's going to be set pieces. Leeds United have got a few quick players, so that's the only issue we have. But at the same time, we got that to counter attack because we've got two. Is it? We've got Luke Shaw and we've got Wan-Bissaka as well, who's very quick players as well. You've got Garnacho. If Garnacho does start, Garnacho got pace on him. Unfortunately, Rashford's got the pace as well, but Sancho is not that quick compared to them, but he's a ball carrier. And Fred, he's got all the energy in the world. And we're going to see our new boy, hopefully, as well, starting that midfield as well.
Oh, Sabitzer, are you excited about Sabitzer? I mean,
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm excited because from what I've seen of him so far, the little clips of him when I was doing the watch along the other day, he was pinching the ball, he was getting physical, he could run as well, he had a bit of pace on him as well. So, apparently he's a reject and he's from Bayern who can't get in Bayern's team. But the issue you have with it is he's not a reject because Ten Hag can utilize this player. This is a player that Ranić spoke for so highly about
yeah.
before he left Man United and saying how come we didn't even go in or even scout him.
I mean, good thing right now we have Ten Hag, who pretty much is also he's up for the task, and I'm excited to see like how this game unfolds. So I want to just what you just said just made me feel like we should just segue into this real quick and be like, all right, let's build the lineup real quick. So
Yeah.
what is your predicted lineup?
Well, we know who's going to be in goal. David De Gea is going to be in goal. We know Dino is going to be there. We
Yeah,
know it's going to be Martinez there, and then we
yeah.
know it's Veron's going to be there. We know that picks itself,
Himself.
and we
Yeah.
know we know Spider Man's going to be at the back there.
But he's back in training now.
What Wan-Bissaka? Yeah, Spider
Oh.
Man. That's what we call him.
Yeah, yeah, but I'm just saying Dallo is back in training. He could.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about Dallo. Wan-Bissaka is there to stay, mate. He's not going to.
Gotcha.
Unless Wan-Bissaka gets injured, touch wood he doesn't. Dallo is not getting in his team because the performance so far, what this guy has been producing since he's been back, have done is nothing but remarkable. And also, you got to look as well and think. So many people are saying, "Come January, he's gone. Come January, he's gone. He's gone. He's still at Man United." So it's a fan base where we're a broken fan base. But sometimes I just feel we've got to back the players. We need to stop criticizing players and just back the players. The manager, have confidence in the manager. If the manager backs the player, back the manager by saying, "Yeah, we're backing you, boss. So whatever team you pick, we'll back it."
Let's go ahead with the team, brother. So we got Marcel Sabitzer, right?
Yep.
I can't remember his first
Yeah,
name. Yeah,
that's it. Yeah, that's it. I mean, is it ITZER?
yeah.
Yep. Of course, my boy got to be there.
Right.
None other.
Obviously, the
Bruno
captain.
obviously picks himself, the captain. I
Ooh.
would say I'll put obviously we know who's going to be the Rashid's going to be there. I'll definitely put Rashid on the left.
All right. All right.
And then on the right, I'm personally for this game, I'd start Sancho personally. Whether or
Ooh.
not he's going to start Sancho, I don't know. It could be a case of Rashford goes onto the right. Rashford goes onto the right and Garnacho starts on the left. But this is what I would like to see though. For me, I'd prefer Rashford on the left, Sancho on the right, and give Sancho at least 60 minutes of this game. And then bring him off, swap him and Rashford over.
All right. All right. All right. And then over here,
Wagdorf
obviously,
picks
our
himself.
Mr. Glass is gone. Okay.
Yeah.
We got
None other than that.
So last time we saw Sancho though, he was in the number 10 position.
Yes, he was. Yes, and Bruno moved over. Yes.
Damn.
Yeah. Again, you see, this thing is with these three here. Yeah, it's about rotation because all three of them can rotate. So this is where I was saying with the Sancho information here. If you play Sancho, you can then move Sancho over into the center. You can then move Bruno to the right, or then you can flip Rashford over to the right, and then you could probably bring Sancho and then move Bruno back to the left as well. So this team basically with the front four picks this up. And also, if you look at it as well, with Waghorse as well, he came deep in the last game we played against Palace as well. He was coming back as well.
Yeah.
He was coming back. At some point, it was that Rashford was in that number 10 role, and he then came and picked up the space. And he was the one who's creating the space for everyone. Again, even though he got substituted off, and a lot of people complaining and moaning about him, again, the manager picks him, and because it's a plan B, it's another alternative, it's an option we've got. So for me, yeah, that team picks itself really.
Amazing, bro. Amazing. Well, let's wrap it up, and you gotta give us your score prediction and the score.
If you want to go through some of the comments, man, go through some of the comments. We can do it if you want to go through some of the comments. There's loads of people.
All right, let's do
comments
that.
through there, man.
All right. Thank you all for the comments, by the way. I see there's quite a lot. All right. So remember, we was beat Leeds without Casemiro. Thank you for that confidence reminder, Jerome. What punishment will... Oh, man, we done with Man City. We're sending them to the South African Premier.
No, they're not going to get... I don't think they're going to get any punishment. I just think they'll get a fine and that's it, a warning. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm not bothered anyway. It doesn't bother me if what the City does. I just care about what Manchester United, what owners and everything we get. Don't care about City. City's got no history, sorry to say.
Casemiro needs to stop with the cards. You know, true City fan, I'm waiting for Xhaka to get his card for I haven't seen him get a card in a while. So, but we'll leave Arsenal alone. Hugo needs to fight Casemiro. You can't allow another man to choke you like that. Choke Casemiro!
That's a good one, man.
That is funny.
That's a good one. I like that one.
This game is a counter-attacking game.
It will be.
I agree with you. Well, they'll be both going for it, right? So there'll be lots of spaces. It'll be a back and forth. I'm on about Arsenal. That team will park buses now because the first half of the season, many didn't respect them that much. They will start getting that City treatment. Yo.
Yeah, you know what? With the Arsenal as well, I think Arsenal, this is the thing. They lost to Everton. it's going to be about the bounce back. They got the next game they've got is Brentford, and that's going to be Ivan Toney. And the way they play football as well, they do play with a low block, but on the counter attack as well. And with them, they've got a lot of height, man, as I call them, in that team as well. So they will get punished. Arsenal will get punished. I think Arsenal will draw against Brighton. I'm not Brighton, sorry, against Brentford. I believe they will draw. They'll drop points.
Word. John what disagrees with the earlier point. I think John wants Dallo to start over
Hell no,
Wan-Bissaka.
man. Hell no. No.
You know, I mean, Wan-Bissaka came out early in the. I mean, maybe we had a red card and that was a big part of it, but you know, there's something in the air that sometimes makes me feel like, of course, Ten Hag works on meritocracy, but also, you know, maybe he wants Dallo back in there because
No, you see with Ten Hag, and that's what people. Whenever you listen, watch what he does, and it's like me saying I want to get Jadon Sancho back into the team. I'm not 100% sure Jadon Sancho will start, and the reason why is if you've been out for a while or you've been injured or something like that, what Ten Hag doesn't do, he doesn't put you straight back into the team. He will give you minutes here, minutes there, minutes there to prove yourself, to progress and prove yourself. Then he will give the opportunity. But right now, unless, like I said, touch wood, it doesn't. Unless he put in a stinker tomorrow, I don't believe he's going to be dropped anytime soon.
Facts. Liberty, thank you. I'll change those kits. Super press. The two boss merchants. Big up to you, Martin.
Martin, man. Martin's been lately, man. That's it. I'm telling you. It's been killing me. Seriously.
That's a good line of prediction. It picks itself, Jerome, most of it anyway. So playing Bruno wide is not wise. You know, it's one of those things where I feel like right now, out of other players that are probably going to be occupying the right hand position, Bruno is the one with a foot that can find Wergos's head or the far post. You know, so you know I am
going to miss some of Casemiro's passes though. I will miss some of those passes, some of those Hollywood great passes, man. You're going to miss them.
Bro, all right, let's wrap it up with your score prediction real quick.
I think I've said it already. I think digging your balls, Martin. Oh, Martin, man, Jesus, wow, Martin ain't letting this go, is he? Oh, Martin ain't letting it go. Oh, Martin, man, you're killing me. I've moved somewhere else. And Martin found me, man. He found me. He found me. Yeah, no, score prediction. I'm going to actually go with a 3-1 Manchester United win. It's always my score prediction. Whenever I don't predict it and I go 2-0, we always end up winning 3-1. So United will concede a goal, but I think we've got enough ammunition to go and get another 3 goals. I think Rashi might get a brace tomorrow, and I'd love to see my boy Fred get a goal.
Rashi and Fred. And maybe Patrick Bamford on the other side. That's the other person who scores it.
I don't know. You know, I keep forgetting if what's his name's playing. I think Dan James will play for them, won't he?
Yeah.
I think he'll get one. I think he'll get one.
Somerville, that's pretty good. Harrison.
They just signed that young French international as well, that youngster as well, who's very good. Again, they've signed him. Jesse Marsh signed him, but the problem is, will he fit the new manager's system? Will he get in? And actually, this is the all ifs and buts and maybe, you see, and that's the issue you've got with the game. You don't know who's going to go and start for Leeds United. It could be a complete different team tomorrow.
Brother. Well, I'm excited. We'll see. I predict that we're going to win 4-0.
It's 4-0. Wow.
Festival. Rashford is going to be obviously Bruno. It's going to be even Varane might get one, and Fred.
Yeah.
So that's
I think on here John says as well. Dan James here as well.
Yeah. The problem, that boy Daniel
as well. Yeah, he does. I think he does create problems for us. It's because it's the pace. I call him a headless chicken. He runs around with like his head down. He doesn't have the final product. But I didn't think for Man United he was a bad player. I honestly don't think he was a bad player. We played Liverpool and we drew that 1-1 game against Liverpool. He was man in the match. He came off, and then all of a sudden we struggled because Liverpool couldn't contain him.
I appreciate you being here and joining
Pleasure.
me for this preview. And everybody also that participated, all the comments, thank you so much. Thank you for hitting that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And also, where can the people find you?
Well, power hour time. I had a little thing earlier on saying this about, like, guys, you can catch a power hour at, what is it, 6 p.m. Eastern time. Make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe button for the power of the hour. But guys, listen, this channel is the first channel you need to look at. Don't worry about my channel at the moment. Just make sure you guys hit the like, make sure you're sharing it, make sure you're subscribing it, because he's going places. Yeah, Football Power is going places, and we've got him now on our channel as well, coming on Friday nights, doing some bits and pieces with us as well. So make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and tell everyone about him. For me, you can find me on the Man United Agenda YouTube channel. We stream Monday to Friday, 8:30 p.m. most nights. And what else is there? We're on Twitter, Man United Agenda, and we're on Instagram, Man United Agenda as well. But as I said, guys, it's all about the power hour. And Martin, I'm hiding from you as well. So that's one person I'm hiding from. But guys, yeah, now don't worry about my channel. As I said, just make sure you support this channel, because we want to get this channel up to at least 600 to 800 subscribers before the end of the season. So come on, man, let's make sure we can do it. It's all about love. It's all, listen, there's over 1 billion people on YouTube, and at the end of the day, there's no point in hugging the whole thing. There's enough love for everyone. So come on, make sure you're helping.
Thank you, brother. Thank you so much, brother. Oh, such kind words. I'm still so humbled, and I'm also humbled by your just you checking out this video and subscribing. Thank you so much, Martin. Welcome to the family, and have a good day. Don't forget, drink more water, get more sleep, hit the like button.